What? Oh, there's another one? Oh! There is another screw. You can actually see from right here the intake where the fuel air mixture would come in through the carburetor. It goes down there, down past the valve into the cylinder right here, and then gets pushed back out as exhaust. Okay, there, it's out. So there's my little motor mount. Talk about some parts. This is the drive shaft, right? And the drive shaft or the crankshaft goes into the crank case where the crank is at. And these are the counterweights. This is the connecting rod that goes up and it connects the crankshaft to the piston up there. This is called the wrist pin up here that connects the piston to the connecting rod. This is the crankcase, and then the oil pan goes right here. This little thing, this all just like splashes oil all around to keep things lubricated. There's ball bearings up in here, which crank case here bolts up to the cylinder. There's no cylinder head per se. Normally there'd be like another slit here where you take off the cylinder head, but in this case it's all one piece. This is the cylinder up in there that the piston goes up and down in. The cylinder is, you can see it inside the heat fins. These are the push rod tubes, and so there's a little cam in here that times the valves, right? So the push rods get pushed up through these tubes. The push rods push on the rocker arms, and the rocker arms push down on the valves. Let's pull this off. Nice. This is obviously where things explode. Things lift. As lifters push on the push rod, where this gear is twice as big as the crankshaft gear, so that this thing spins one time for every time this thing spins 2 times, because there's 4 strokes for every cycle, right? So it has to, there's 2 revolutions in the crankshaft for every cycle. There you go. So there's a little gear on the crankshaft that has half as many teeth as this does. Now notice how this thing is a lobe. This is a cam lobe. It's closer to the teeth over here, and it's farther from the teeth over here. So as this spins, there's this lobey part. This lobe is what pushes out on the lifters doing the timing. The valve timing and everything can be set by which tooth you engage this at. So you can set it so that the line is at this horizon line is at top dead center, or you can move it over a tooth or behind a tooth and change the valve timing a little bit if you want. But the characteristics of the valves, how long they stay open and whatnot, is all determined by the shape of this lobe. Nice. There you go, that's pretty much empty. I can't take the crankshaft out as far as I know. This is as far as I've gotten. Push them down with your thumb if you want. So you can actually push this down, move it over. I have to like stick my finger up here and hold the valve there. There. Take this off, take the spring out, and I can just let the valve slip down and fall out into my hand. Look at that thing. It's so cute. Take the spring out, and then just let the valve fall. Dunk. Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands so this doesn't so gross. I love greasy hands, but I'm on camera. So these just get pulled up against the valve seat by spring tension, and that holds everything shut, and then it gets pushed open. Yeah, cool.